Look like we ready, we live, we rolling. Let's get it. Yes. Yes, 2 times. I know the vibes though. She like, ooh la la. They go, ooh la la. She like, ooh la la. We go, ooh la la. On Tuesday. She like, ooh la la. They go, ooh la la. She like, ooh la la. Looking for M's like I lost a friend. Hop up out the bed like, where's the bread? What it do, people? You're now tuned in. Popovich TV. We live, we rolling, we unscripted, we authentic. That feeling back up in here one more again. So if it's your first time, then the question is, where you been? Over here on this side, we deal with sports, hip-hop, entertainment, interviews, Popovisms 101, and of course, motivation. So before you hop off the page, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, smash that notification bell, so when I upload the videos, you get alerted. You get alerted when I upload the videos, and if it's not your first time, and you've been rocking with the channel, good looking. But you know how I do. You know how I plainly start my show. Tony, there was no other way. We in the end game now. We is in the end game, people. We in the end game because it's Tuesday. Transformation Tuesday. That means what you working on, how you working it, and is it working for you? People out here in the real life, we want to know. Shout out to my guy, Mr. Clay Bay, Mr. Clay Block. What's the word, my guy? Yeah, kid. And a lot of people, you know, I plainly say that on the channel. I say that on Tuesdays. What you working on, how you working, and is it working for you? And, you know, the theme will be what you working on, how you working it in Transformation Tuesday, at least some of the topics. Let's get to this first topic, all right? Let's get to this chick. A lot of trending topics going on. Let's get to this one. Let's talk about Lotto, right? Let's talk about Lotto, how she came out, you know, confessed that the peer pressures of the internet, social media, played a little part in her, maybe kind of, sort of, allegedly feeling the pressure of getting that BBL. And BBL Drizzy, like BBL Drizzy? I'm being funny, but I'm not. Y'all know how I felt about the whole BBL Drizzy grown men, so happy and giddy to be saying that shit. But anyway, this is her own words, and you know, this is what she had to say about getting surgery at 21, and then we come back.
I gained a little weight, because I signed my deal when I was 21, when I had just turned 21. Actually, I wasn't even 21 yet. I was 20, about to be 21, when I signed my deal. And I was just having money and, like, living a whole new life. Even though I'm a foodie, so now I have the funds to, like,
buy food,
feed this foodie in me and stuff. So I was just, I gained a little weight. And everybody on the internet was calling me bad body and stuff, so I feel like that played a role.
They pressured her.
I started being a little insecure about my body, I guess. And yeah, people were saying I'm built weird, but like looking back, I mean, not
she
weird.
Like not
but,
weird. She corrected that shit.
It was like, oh, you built like yo white jeans. That was just saying some dumb shit. And I was just young and
so this is the before and after picture, right? I guess, you know, these sites and shit, be putting these shits up. And I want to say this, right? First of all, I don't condone bullying and all that on the internet. You know what I mean? If you know, what is it, cyber bullying and shit. You know, it's the new era, it's the new wave. But I will agree with her on being peer pressured. I will agree with her on feeling the pressure, if you will, to conform, to change your body. If you're on YouTube, you see the Transformers. If you're on Instagram, you might not can see it, but you know what I mean? And the reason why I say I can agree, because it's whole grown women, like grown ass women, sassy, you know, roll their neck, roll their eyes, like tell you off, tell you suck a dick and all that, like real ratchet, and you know, not even just ratchet, but just grown ass women. You see them conforming. You see them falling victim to the trickery that is social media and living my best life. Hey, I ain't going back and forth with you niggas. I'm living my best life. Like, you see people living their best life, so you think, but in the real life, like, you're a trophy. In the real life, it's not really what it's hitting for online. People are lying, people are fronting, people are misdirecting, they masquerading. It's not all peaches and cream. And even still, you can say grown woman, mature, experienced, like the locks. You living off experience. You've been through some shit. You know a little something. So you're not as easily tricked as somebody that may be more vulnerable, more younger, more easily manipulated, right? And so for her to be 21, freshly to get some money, you get into the bag now, and now you a big fish. And I don't know how much money she got or whatever the case may be, but I can easily see her getting tricked, getting peer pressure to get a BBL, to get it done, to get your boobs done, or whatever the case may be. The thing is, where is the testicular fortitude? And even though you ain't got no nuts, Lotto, or for the other ladies, like where the ladies at? Where the ladies at? Where the ladies at? Even though y'all ain't got no nuts to grab, as men would say, nigga, grab your nuts, nigga, pull your skirt down, stop acting like a biatch, like, you know what I mean? You bitch. Stop acting like a bitch, you bitch. Stand up for yourself. You say, where's the mental fortitude to not be a follower? To not just go with the Joneses and try to keep up with the Deliciouses, the Cardi B's, and I'm just throwing these names out. Whoever else you might see get, you know, some work done, etc. Where's your own mind? Well, you know what I mean? Like, where's your own foundation at? And if you don't have it, it's unfortunate. But you know, I'll say two things before we jump off the topic, because you know, I go to the gym. I ain't in the best of shape. I got the medium shirt on right now. Nonetheless, I was in the gym today and yesterday, and I go to the gym all the time. So, you know, I'm securing myself to see that there's other guys in the gym that's got the better physique than me. Back on swole, airport, center block pecs. You know what I mean? Arms looking crazy, crazy. Arnold Schwarzeneggers and niggas lifting up the whole gym, young and old. Not once did my mind say, you got to go get a chest implant to make your pecs bigger. You got to go get a calf implant because your legs not matching your upper body. You got to go get this. You got to go get that. Right? And I often play on the channel too. I'm so glad to be a man. You know what I mean? Like, I'm so fucking glad in the sense of, you know, most men, we learn very young on in life where we at. Soon to delete this, what's the word? Meaning that, you know, if you short, you short. If you fat, you fat. If you handsome, you handsome. If you athletic, you athletic. If you can fight, you can learn to fight. If you can't fight. But pretty much, you know, it's really no cosmetics for us to change our face. That's why I often say, I'll play and talk about how I just put some Vaseline on, get a shape up, and that's me. That's who I'm going to be. I can't put no lashes on, make my nose slimmer. I can't make my lips, you know, smaller, bigger. Can't put a wig on that. It's again, it is men that are now doing that. So you can do some alterations for the most part and transform, roll out. But for the most part, women, you can put all type of shit on, beautify yourself a little more, and so you can shield some of your flaws, because everybody's not flawless, and everybody don't wake up like this. Right. Everybody don't wake up flawless in the 10. You a 5, adjustable 6, made yourself look a little better with the hairstyle you got, with the little clothes that may be accentuating, you know, your curves and your physique, so it give you a little more sex appeal. You look better than what you was rolling out of the bed. And that's why Kevin Samuels used to always say, when it came to that, you know, test of what you are or what do you rate yourself, fresh out the shower, no makeup, no none of the enhancement, That's who you really are. And so for her, and for a lot of women, you know, you don't get told, even if you are ugly, like you sure is ugly, like the girl we just spoke about, men ain't gonna really hit you. You know what I mean? Unless y'all going back and forth, you disrespect him, he disrespecting you. Now it's a, you know, who can lowball the other person the best. So you calling her a bald-headed bitch and you ain't got, you know what I mean, no ass at all. And, you know, you want to try to hit them where you want to lower them down or they want to lower you down. But for the most part, you don't see men going back and forth with women doing that. You may see other women doing it. Her weave ain't really on fleek. Her eyebrows is the cheapest. Her bag is fake. And we spoke about the sisterhood. But for the most part, men, you come out the womb, you is who you is. Can you better yourself? But I said all that to say I never thought about going to the doctor. Dr. Miami on some Bandman, Bandman Kevo or whatever his name is, getting the, the tummy and, Kanye West and fucking who else? Funk Master Flex and, anybody that's, and I ain't knocking. You could do what the fuck you want because this is your life and la, 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 wait till you get your money, right? Like, you can do whatever you want to do. I'm just simply, making an observation. One, it's not for me. I got more, I won't say pride. I would just say more mental, fortitude to say just because I'm in the gym with a whole bunch of people that's more brockier than me, that I got to conform and try to do what they doing to pull some chick, get a chick to rock with me because I don't look like everybody else. And you see a lot of them looking bad. You see Delicious, her little video, she doing her little dance. I forget what the drug is that they saying everybody on now, the OZ-Peck or whatever. But her little legs, she got the ant legs and the booty now looking crazy, shit crazy. And it's the last thing I'll say on that, right? No matter how much money you got, if you end up getting some money, if you blessed to figure it out financially, God bless you, right? And it's not only health is wealth, but having money is wealth, right? No matter what you do or what doctor you go to, you're not going to be able to do better than what God did for you. You ain't going to be able to duplicate, you ain't going to be able to duplicate anything or do better than what God did because God don't make no mistakes. There's only one creator, there's only one most high. So you ain't going to go and think you're going to be the better author of the book he already wrote. You know what I'm saying? And that's why you see people lose their life on the table. That's why you see people take the fat out of their ass. That's why you see people come back, swing back like K. Michelle and a lot of other women like, definitely wish I wouldn't have did it. Fuck my body up before 30? Jeez. You still in your prime. You still, Like, damn, like you really went to the doctor and regretting a decision you made based off the internet, based off competing with other women and, probably not happy. Like she said, insecure. You're going to get this body. People still going to talk about you. So you're going to be more insecure. Like Kanye said, and tell me that ain't insecure. You know what I mean? Like you went to college 4 years, ain't picked a career. Like, fuck it. I'll just stay down here. Like, come on, man. Like, you know what I mean? And it's not to say guys is not insecure either, but we're going to work on what we got. And for the most part, you can't really change anything. You could just get better physically, as far as working out. That's all you really could do. You could go get a transplant in your hair and, grow dreads or something like that to alter your image. But you are who you are. And like Hov said, you are who you was before you got here. So, that's another fact. It's like, it is what it is. You conform into social media and they still don't give a fuck about you. That's the crazy shit. Like, you doing stuff for people that they only tuning in because you're an entertainer. They only tuning in because, like Hov said, the niggas bored, they want to be in shit. You bored and you want to be in shit, so a nigga got to tune in, and that's the only reason why we tuning in. But once the thrill is gone and Black Frank White is here to excite, throwing dicks to dykes, once the thrill is gone, then they out of there. They on to the next trending thing, and you forgotten about it, and you scrambling, trying to figure out how you can get more eyes on you. So, Transformation Tuesdays, as I often play, what you working on, how you working, and is it working for you? Whatever you doing, is it working for you? Let's try to have some more testicular fortitude. Let's try to have some strength mentally and not be mentally fragile. Where, imagine if men was doing that. Every time you turn around, nigga getting bigger chests, bigger implants, like that's something we can't change. I mean, I know it's surgeries for that and all that, but imagine if men was just getting arm implant. You want to look like Arnold, everybody walking around with the Buffy the Body, you know, type of body. I'm being funny, but that's how the women, that's how y'all look. Y'all look real bad. Let's talk about this shit, though. Let's get to this next topic, right? We're going to be rapid fire tonight. I think we got like a good 8 topics. Let's talk about Tia Kent, right? And Tia, the song 50 Cent did, and the same chick that when they was beefing, that'd be Ricky Rose, Mrs. Officer, right? Mr. Officer, and 50 Cent was beefing. She the same one that 50 Cent had modeling in the mink and all that, looked like he was gonna pop, but really he just was using her, exploiting her, you know, disloyalty to Ross. Even though we don't really know the dynamics at that time. Now, fast forward, we know that she think he a piece of shit, he's a fat motherfucker, he's the worst, he ain't a good father, etc., etc., etc. And RT be bugging out, and this is what she had to say, I guess, on Rick Ross, for all purposes, on Father's Day, right? He had made a post about what's more, you know, what's better to celebrate, Father's Day or your last child support payment being on Father's Day. And he like, you know, call it divine intervention, and she went off after that. You know what I mean? And this is years later. I don't think they've been together for years. She like, you block me, you know, why you don't unblock me? Sound like she got her son in the back that's getting ready to go to college. She like, turn that music, Alexa off, get that bitch out of here. I'm doing my live, and you know, she's bragging and she's happy, and I'm not mad at her for getting to the bag now. She like, my show, I get whatever his child support payments were monthly. She make that in the show now. So now she a big fish, she rich. And this is just some of the shit she had to say.
That's a good one. See, that's when the bitch was his regular self then.
Listen here, bitch. Every damn fucking hustling. I heard you was over there talking about you. The best Father's Day gift you could have got was you sending your last child support payment or something, bitch.
Bitch.
You stupid, silly mother.
Yeah, bitch.
Give a fuck about your child support payments, bitch.
Yeah, bitch.
And if I want some more, I take my ass over to family court and get some while he going to college. Bitch, you ain't worthy for me sitting in the system and going back and forth to court to drag your big fat funky old zipper taking ass down for a little something, bitch. I'm making that shit per show. You didn't know?
You
We
know.
up now, bitch.
Six,
What are you
we
gonna
up.
do now? Stupid mother. I could pay for college out of pocket now, you dumb fat bitch.
7.
Alexa! Cut that bitch off now. I'm talking.
I don't know
Get
who
that
Alexa
bitch out
is,
my
but
house.
She like, get that bitch out my house. The internet is undefeated, bro.
Listen here, you fat bitch. Let me tell you something, you fat.
So that's just one clip. Obviously, it's a lot of clips spinning in the clip, as I like to say. And you know what I find funny is actually, not only that I wanted for y'all to hear what she had to say.
You gotta.
But this Transformation Tuesday too, right? And so, like I said, the theme will be that, you know, it's just a coincidence. I ain't make it like that. A lot of people need to work on themselves, self-included. I'll be the first. Raise my hand like Jada. Y'all got embarrassed in the class when the teacher used to make y'all read. 10, what up, my nigga? Harlem Blocks in the building, a.k.a. 10, what's the word? And I'll be the first. You know what I mean? Like, listen, I did wrong. I admit X, Y, Z, woo, woo, woo. I'm not perfect, so I still got shit to work on. But we really need to work on just being happy within self, being appreciative for the life you got, and not being so bitter. And I realized, looking at the comments, because she famous now. Like, I mean, she been Rick Ross' baby moms. Nobody didn't give a fuck about her. Nobody cared about her. 50 Cent, like I said, he had her dancing around in the mink at the Gucci store when they was going back and forth. And you know, 50 Cent is a big troll. He like the troll. He's probably the #1 troll, right? So for those that don't know, like if you just finding out who Tia is, you know what I mean? You ain't know about her, Rick Ross' baby moms. You know, she chose sides. I think she got paid. I think he helped her with a book or whatever. And, you know, nobody really after that. You like, she just disappeared because once again, once the thrill is gone, people don't give a fuck about you. Once you finish selling your ass, D-Love, what's the word? Like, once you finish selling your ass and people get their kicks out of you, people get their rocks off, it's like on to the next one, on to the next one. Like, we don't even give a fuck about you no more. So all that tap dancing and shit that you just did to entertain us, and like Gladiator, are you not entertained? I am Dre, what's the word? So a lot of people just finding out who she is now. But again, she was Rick Ross' baby mom. So looking at the comments and seeing her newfound publicity, celebrityism, if you will, and even like she said in this video, we up now, bitch. You fat piece of bitch and you piece of shit. And it's the same nigga you let come in you, right? So not only did he come in you and he was a piece of shit, but you also had the baby. You still had the baby. So we got to get off that. You know, I'm not saying that that doesn't negate the fact that he might be a piece of shit, right? Because he might be. Took nigga name, you was an officer. Even though that's a decent living, it's just how you went about it, right? Say you was found inside the prison, taking niggas' drawers and locking niggas up for having extra shit. And y'all know on the channel, I'm not an angel. We've been up top a few times. So I know what it's like to run into officers that is pieces of shit, that do come there, get their rocks off by making, you know, a prisoner's time extra hard, even though the time is hard without that. However, look at some of the comments, right? She be snapping. She funny. If my baby mama was a video game, she'd definitely be the final boss. I just pray God never sends me a baby mama like that. That's from a man. When you read a lot of the comments from the women, they cheering it on. They happy. Yeah, T, get his ass. Fuck that nigga. Fuck that nigga. And the energy is given, you siding with her. You bitter like her. You're mad like her. You probably didn't choose the right baby daddy. And even though your child 18, 17, about to go to college, probably fucking, right? You still holding on to a nigga that you dealt with 20 years ago. And like she said, unblock me, you fat bitch. Why would he unblock you? He don't want to be bothered with you. He don't want nothing to do with you. Also, right, in the comments, people like, yeah, just because you not your last child support payment, that don't mean you ain't gonna take care of your child. Then that's two different subjects. Because child support can stop. So what's mandated, as far as what the court's saying you got to do, that don't mean you're not going to do for your child outside of that. Now, I don't know if he is, if he has been. I don't know. So I'm not going to champion and defend Rick Ross. I'm not his motherfucking lawyer. I speak neutral on the channel, and I call a spade. And like Rosie Perez, it is what it is. That's a Jay-Z reference. Sorry, Miss Rosie Perez. I call a spade. It just is what it is. So you can't give credit to anything Duke said. So we call it like we see it over here. Sometimes we right, sometimes we wrong. However, just because the last payment of the child support is over, that mean you're going to stop taking care of his son? I don't know how many kids they got. And then she's saying, I think he got some more kids. So she's like, you're going to be paying till you 70. Are you mad that he got somebody else pregnant and he had another child and he not with you no more? Then I start thinking about some of the lyrics, because you know Rick Ross is a troll too. Only one that really went at 50 and still career still came out on top. You know what I mean? Like, see what happened to Jive, see what happened to other people that 50 Cent kind of went at, well, the Locks too. Obviously, he ain't shut down the Locks. Hardest niggas from Yonkers, and they come from Yonkers. Carton, what up? My nigga Moots on the building. So, you know, he was like, what's that, rich off cocaine. And he like, I know you something, you missing that anal? Like, you know what I mean? Like, are you mad I ain't still popping you? And, you know, she famous now. They made her famous. She got her own show. I don't know what show it is. She always be on, but it just be a lot of comments of women backing her, cheering her on because it's something to be entertained by. And once the entertainment is gone and you older now, she like, I got so many niggas on my body, so many bitches thinking I'm look good now. You was holding me back. He about to be in college. I could be a hoe now. What? Like, what, man? Like, you could be a hoe whenever you want. Like, that, being a baby mother, that shit don't stop motherfuckers from whoring it out and being a whore. And also, how was he holding you back? Y'all haven't been together for years. And I think she was a dancer. So maybe he took out of the strip club or whatever the case. But how was he holding you back? How was he stopping you from doing anything that you want to do? Because y'all not together no more. Y'all haven't been together for years. So why are you still pressed? That's why he blocked you. And that's why he don't want nothing to do with you. And just a lot of women just be really bigging her up, championing her, and acting like she doing something when really, she just really making a fool of herself. I wonder what her child, as she's saying, you know, about to be 18, going to college, how her son feel about her always online, talking down to the father, back and forth, got the big chain on, and I think Rick Ross, he should be close to 50 if he ain't in his 40s. So that means she ain't far behind. Auntie, you in your late 30s, you in your early 40s. You shouldn't be acting like this. You should have some more decorum. You should have some more class about yourself. And what nigga want to deal with that? Honestly speaking, right? What nigga want to deal with a chick that's online, calling your ex-baby father fat pieces of shit, this and that? Pardon me, it's hot. Even though I got 2 fans on. I got to put that AC in the window. I've been bullshitting. What nigga want to deal with that? What nigga want to deal with a chick online going ham, egg, and cheese over some shit that happened 20 years ago? Let's get to some other shit, right? Let's get to this shit. Let's get to Ryan Coogler, Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, right? Because he telling the story about how his wife, now she his wife, she wasn't his wife before, brought him a program to help him start his, his writing career. And a lot of that's missing nowadays because most women, they want to be, unfortunately, they want to come to the finish line. They don't want to show up when you're working and you're grinding for whatever reason. I know I got the clip. I be sending the clips to myself. Give me a second. Here you go, right here.
Friend at the time, who's now here, Zenzi Evans, my wife. And I said, hey man, this teacher thinks I should write screenplays. Maybe it's something there. She says, well, how do you do it? How do you write them? And I said, well, it's this software called Final Draft. At that time it was like $300. This is 2003. We were both student athletes, meaning we were flat broke. 21 years ago, they've been together. And she kind of said, oh, okay, Final Draft. And one day she surprised me. I still don't know how she did it, but she bought it for me as a gift. And I'll be forever grateful to her for that.
No question.
But that became like my start as this idea of writing for movies as a hobby, and this thought that maybe one day I could. And I remember sharing it with my girlfriend at the time, who's now here, Zenzi Evans, my wife. And I said, hey man, this teacher thinks I should write screenplays. Maybe it's something there. She says, well, how do you do it? How do you write them?
So it started over, but let's check out some of the comments though, because I think a lot of people was on board with what I'm saying. When you believe in the man 100 with nothing but God and faith, all things are possible. Support can take you in many places and rooms. This is how it's supposed to be. This is actually very common and natural in black love. Social media got people thinking it's rare. I will say that as well. I'll say for people that's really down for each other, people that's really rocking with each other, in relationships and meaningful relationships, it's not all just what you see on social media. Black men hate black women hate black men, and shit like that. He clearly showed his love and potential through his actions, and she showed it right back. When a man finds a wife, he finds a good thing. That's a Bible quote for those that don't know, right? And so basically, the black wife effect. You would think it's rare nowadays, and y'all know if y'all watch the channel, I appreciate you. I come from a family of marriages. They've been together for 21 years. He said that was 2001. 2003. We're in 2024 now. My mom's over 30 years. My grandmother, my aunt, 2 of my aunts, 1 of my cousins, and my uncle. All over 20, 15, 20 years, right? In marriage. And I was once married. If you're just tuning in. And so it's still plausible. It's still possible if that's what you're striving for. However, we can't just negate the internet and what people are saying on the internet, because now pretty much the microphone on the cameras, on the phones, our phones, is really just like a bird's eye view into the home, into the thinking of people. So before we probably was thinking like this, or you may not have known, because you couldn't just jump online and jump in the comments and see what people think about a particular topic. Now you can. And I will say, my aunt and them, my moms and them, they older. I'm older. And so for younger people, even though my little cousin just got married, she in her 20s, about 28, 29. And so I'm not saying marriage is just not happening still, but it is on a strong fucking nosedive. And the reason that being because Men are waking up, like you see a lot of women saying, women is waking up now. We know our worth and this and this and that. And you should know your worth. You should know what you bring to the table. You should know what you're not accepting, what's acceptable, your deal breakers. When you trying to, you know, court somebody and be in a meaningful relationship. Got my money, got my music, what's the word? You should be doing that anyway, right? Bombs on the check-in on YouTube. We live on YouTube and we live on Instagram. Shout out to everybody checking in. However, men are waking up to the fact that you could be in a relationship, giving your all, doing the best that you can do. And you know, Teddy Pendergrass said not a 60-40, not a 30-70, talking about a 50-50 love. And then y'all familiar with the movie with Jill Scott, Why Did I Get Married or whatever, and I forget the black brother name, that was her husband, and he divorced her, got with the other younger chick, the better looking chick, so to speak, right? And they were sitting at the table because he picked the wrong one. He had the right one. And he like, yo, you familiar with forget the numbers, like 20. She like, yeah, I know what it is. And go back over there to your 20. When you putting in work, right, I mean, and, you know, then your wife could just take everything. And this is for the good people, the good men, not if you was domestic violence, you was a drug user, not if you was a habitual cheater, because, you know, these are the things that women always bring up, like, where the ladies at? Where the ladies at? This is the first thing, he was a narcissistic, you know what I mean? I said that wrong, but I said it on purpose like that. He's a narcissist, you know what I mean? He was fucking beating the shit out of me. He was taking my income tax money. He thought he was going to flip it 3 times. Like, we're not talking about the worst case scenarios. Talking about guys that married their wife, was good to their wives, was there for the kids, played stepdad role, bust their ass 9 to 5, or had a good career. For the most part, made it happen to the best of their ability. Your wife wake up, I'm not happy. Take you to court, take all your shit, take the kids, use them as a pawn, and you never see your kids again except on motherfucking visitation visits with somebody there to watch you. You know what I mean? Like, it could get that ugly. And so men know that now. They recognize that the system is rigged, and they more reluctant to just jump into a marriage. You know what I mean? Like, why should I jump into a marriage? Especially now, like the internet talk, red pill talk, all these different channels, and y'all know I be running through social media, running across these YouTube platforms, and they should have never. Well, you hear people like, yeah, you know, she took everything, so now you red pill. Why would I want to, subject myself to that when I got money? I made it from the bottom. Now we here. Bitch ain't want to be with me like, yeah, bitch. You ain't want to be with me like Ryan Coogler from the beginning when I didn't even have $300. She had to front the bill. I ain't even had $300. And you know what I'm going to say next on my channel, right? We rock with Popovich TV, because it's all about the money and where them dollars at. That's why every chick that come on Kendra G show, you got to make over 100,000, 150,000, 300,000 just to be with me. V-Star, baby, what's the word, right? You make it. You become the best around, and nothing's ever gonna keep you down. Like, you make it to be 1%, 2%. Now here come all the chicks, and y'all know, like the vapors, radio, TVs, and even the press say what's the meaning of VAPORS. The meaning of these words, without no doubt, means nobody want to be down when you're down and out. But when you establish and got a lot of money, everybody want to be your buddy and honey, like tall buildings they call skyscrapers. Can you feel it? Everybody want to be your friend when you got money. When you hit the lotto. When you get that come up from that lawsuit or whatever it is. Now everybody comes out of the woodwork. All the ladies think you fine now. And we know Biggie Small said black and ugly as ever. But since I'm rich now, I stay Gucci down to the socks. Rings and rocks filled with rocks. And my jam knocks like, now you want to fuck with me. And Mike Jones, back then they didn't want me. Now I'm hot, they all on me. How many chicks today, and I'm sure some, but for the purposes of this topic, I only got $300 to fund my own dreams. So I'm not fucking with you. You're a loser. Starbucks costs $10. Like, so many niggas on my body and my, you know what I mean? Like, I give niggas my cash app soon as when I meet them. Like, we living in this type of era, like, soon as when you meet a bitch, you know what I mean? Like, you meet a bitch, She telling you what's her Cash App and how much it's going to cost you just to talk with her and be in her circumference. That's why niggas came out with the drizzle. So, you know, although a lot of people in the comments are saying like this is the normal occurrence, it might be, but I'm a lean on the side of it's not, and marriages is on the decline. But if you do find a good husband, a good wife, like the Bible said, it is a good thing. And you should try to make it work and not just leave, you know, just because, you know, this is another thing. It's the last thing before I get off this topic before we get to the next one. And again, pardon me, but it's hot in here, even though I got the 2 fans on. Got to put that AC on, stop bullshitting. You know, even though it's like that, we have to just be mindful of, you know, when you get somebody good, make it work. Because you can have 10 good years, and then the last 2 years that is going down, the marriage is shit. Hold on. In totality, it's not shit. You had 8 to 9 great years, 2 so-so years, then 2 years where it seemed like things was down. Or even out of 12 years, if you put 4 years up, 8 and 4, you still have a good relationship. But people be jumping out of their relationships a lot of times thinking the grass is greener on the other side instead of watering their own grass. Then you get in these streets like Lala, you know what I mean? And you find out like, damn, only the young niggas want to fuck me. Only the young niggas is trying to holler at me. Only this, only that. Like, none of the niggas or the gentlemen that you like want to rock with you. And that's not all cases. We see, you know, Dreas and a couple other people get the young niggas, but how long is it gonna last? We'll revisit these, you know, relationships in a few years, I guess. But let's get to this other shit, because this was wild, right? This is wild. Talk about men can't take rejection, and some men can. We see, you know, unfortunately, the brother in Brooklyn stabbed the twin up. We see men, you know, do wild shit, smack chicks up, you know, chicks gotta give their fake number and, you know, do all this other stuff just because, blessings to kiss you on the check-in, just because you told a motherfucker you're not what I want. You know what I mean? Or I don't find you attractive, etc., etc. So, I don't know the brother name, but the brother is a plumber, or he was a plumber, because they fired his ass. And like Donald Trump, you're fired. Anyway, this story was crazy, right? So he goes on this show on Bottom Line, where they gotta pop the balloon and shit. My nigga Gray put me up on. He was in the chat room for a hot minute. Gray, what up? He even made a little song referencing it, and I didn't know what he was talking about. So he like, you ain't catch that line? And I was like, nah, I didn't. You know, I get to hear the music first. And I was like, nah, what the fuck is Bottom Line or whatever? He like, you know, what's the show where they pop the balloon and all that? I was like, nah, I don't know. So then I went and checked it out, and since then, I've seen a few episodes, so, you know, I know how it goes. But anyway, this brother right here went on the show. Sometimes it's the men with the balloons and it's the lady come on, if you're not familiar. And in this case, it's the ladies had the balloons. He was the man. He came on the show. And it didn't end well for him. First, I want to know, was he disrespectful? Was he sassy? Could he handle it better? And ultimately, no matter what you think of those 3, A, B, or C that I just gave, should he have gotten fired from his motherfucking job because bitches started calling up, getting that man fired? Butterlicious, what's the word? So this is the shit that's going viral, as I like to say, spinning in the clip. Again, I don't know his name. His Instagram, Twitter, I guess, is very handsome, right? And I thought he was Mike Tyson for a minute, I ain't gonna lie. Shorty was like, he looked like a Ninja Turtle, you know what I mean? And so you see right here, this is the other thing too, with his behavior. Me and Gray was arguing about it earlier. He like, all this clout chasing got me fired from work, crying emoji. Man, I really love, you know, plumbing, and I'm good at it. And they took that from me. Y'all sick. They called my company 500 times. What? Like, y'all niggas not even calling the motherfucking mayor's office, the city council. You're not even calling your kid's school that much. Like, come on. Really? This is what we doing? And again, you know, men, you know, they say we can't take rejection, but men, for the most part, if you men take rejection, I think, fairly well, unless you're a little weak. You know what I mean? Like, unless you're a little fragile-minded. Now, women, on the other hand, you know, maybe y'all can't really take it because you're not used to it. Soon you come outside, men is hollering at women all day. If you single, and even if you're not, you probably hollering. You know what I mean? Or it's keeping it a buck, right? And bitches is turning you down left and right. Yeah, bitch. Turn around, I've got a man. Oh, excuse me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, men is trying to holler. So, of course, the ratio of you getting rejected is going to be more than women, because women is not going outside. Like, oh, I see you got the motherfucking, the little gray sweatpants on, you holding them jeans. What's up, nigga? You know what I mean? They're not doing that. They're being approached. And so this is what happened on the show.
Cassie. Oh, welcome. I'll have you hold this. All right, if we can have your name.
My name's Aaron.
Aaron, how old are you?
Yeah, I'm 29.
29? Okay, and what do you do?
I'm a licensed plumber.
And what are some of your deal breakers?
Deal breaker, being promiscuous, not cleanly, don't have a career, nothing really going for yourself.
It's not bad.
Okay, so we did get a pop balloon.
But I'm on YouTube and Instagram, so that's why the phone keep going up like that.
If we can have your name and age and why you popped your balloon.
Hi, my name is Karma. I'm 24. For me, it just did not work. I didn't feel like I had chemistry, or I wasn't fully attracted to you, and I feel like that counts if you're
that's fine.
a dating show. You know?
Yes, the feeling is definitely mutual. So that's okay. Thank you. You did me a favor.
Oh,
We're
what?
glad you have a great
Thank
day.
you, Queen.
This lady, what's the word?
Okay, well, let's go ahead. All right, we got to pop over here.
I'm gonna pause that real quick. So you notice, like, first of all, I don't think what he asked for was out of this world. He like, listen, be clean, have something going for yourself, and actually don't be promiscuous. Don't be out there, you know what I mean? Come on, baby, come. Like, don't be giving the box to everybody, which is pretty standard, right? Same way you don't want no community dick. You don't want a bitch that's out there giving away everything. So, you know, the first lady, she ain't say nothing wrong, in my opinion. She like, listen, I think I ain't really that attracted to you. Chemistry matters. I don't know if you've seen her prior, because what chemistry, I haven't even spoken with you yet. Only thing he said is, all right, well, the feeling is mutual. You could have kept it moving, but instead he like, you know, you did me a favor. Maybe she did, maybe he didn't. Now, that was the only one girl that popped the balloon. Then right after that, the chick next to him popped the balloon, right?
Thank you, Queen. You too.
And then he went on to the next chick.
Well, let's go ahead. All right,
Right after
pop
that.
over here. If we can have your name and age and why you ended up popping your balloon.
Hi, my name is Tara. I'm 22.
Okay, and why did we end up popping our balloon?
Man gets rejected because he's sassy.
Oh, welcome.
You made didn't really. I like a more humble person, not someone that.
So she don't think he was humble.
Defensive-ish. Yeah, that's really it. I
Yeah.
didn't really necessarily like.
That's
how he was
fine. Hey,
talking.
I could just,
Yeah.
all I
Mike,
can do
what's
is
the
be
word?
honest,
I
you
mean,
know.
yeah, be honest.
I
Be
can't
authentic
All I can
yourself.
do is
That's
be
okay.
honest.
to find a match,
Sure.
that wasn't matching.
I said it wasn't matching.
100%.
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
Sure.
And I was, she someone that's your type?
She all right.
She
You're not
alright.
really my type. I don't mean to be disrespectful.
No,
He wasn't
You know,
being
but
disrespectful.
if I
He's like,
see
yo,
you
you
in
ain't my
public, I
type. You're
wouldn't
not my
reach
type.
out to.
Totally fine.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
All right.
But body
You just
parts,
wasn't
but
looking at
that's
my
not what
eyes.
it is.
That's
No, I
all
was
I
looking
was
at the
pointing
hair.
So the next chick, right, is chick in the red, you know what I mean? And, you know, you could go watch the video, right? So this is how, when it started getting crazy. The next chick, she popped a balloon, and she like, you know, my eyes are up here, right? I guess insinuating that he was looking at her tattoo under her titties, you know what I mean? Some Rihanna shit. Your idol, you know what I mean? Your highest title, numero uno. You're not a Puerto Rican, but you speaking so that you know, right? I'm being funny, but I'm not. With all these celebrities, we be doing shit like them. So it looked like she got the same shit Rihanna got, and that's fine if that's what you want to do. There's nothing wrong with him looking at you up and down, to, you know what I mean, taking in the sights. He's a heterosexual man. You're a heterosexual woman. We are on a dating show. I get to look at your feet, you know, even in Islam, right, where the women is covered up. Even when their faces is covered up, the man has the right to look at their hands, look at their feet, and look at their face. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm about to go on a date with you. I need to, you know, it's nothing wrong with me checking you out. Even Kendra G. Let's do what Kendra can. Got these bitches spinning around, showing their bodies off, right? So, you know, even though if he might have been looking down a little bit, she kind of like, yo, my face is, my eyes is up here, like he couldn't talk. And then from there, you know, it just went left.
Again,
This is the
but
last
to me,
chick
I like my man that's not gonna sit in every girl's face and, you know, complimenting them, you know. So I didn't find that offensive to me. But I'm very like, I don't want to say I'm argumentative, but I don't want my man to argue back with me, because then I feel like it's gonna always be a problem. That was the only reason why I popped my balloon, because I was just like, dang. But then with me, you kind of got a little bit catty with me. You a little sassy, just a little bit.
Now she
If you want to come at everybody over here, I'm gonna get at you too. You kind of look like a Ninja Turtle. You're not that cute.
Oh my God, bro.
You need to relax. You
somebody
sound
get it.
like
You just wasn't looking at my eyes.
No, I was looking at the hair on your
Anyway.
arm.
So this is, I spoke about this. If you watch Populous TV, I appreciate you. We consistent of nothing else, right? Ladies, like where the ladies at? Where the ladies at? Y'all got to get off that wave where, 1 minute you cool with the alternate style community. Then when it's an argument, a nigga disagree with you, he don't find you attractive. Just hilarious with the comedian came on the show. Like, I thought he was gay. He had to be gay because he didn't think I looked good. Motherfucking sideburns on fleek, eyelashes looking like Batman. Oh yeah, right. You that bitch. You bitch. Just because a nigga don't find you attractive or you ain't his steez, he gotta be gay. Soon as it's a disagreement, a nigga is sassy. So, to see the lady in the blue, she like I said, only one chick popped the balloon. Then all of them started popping. They followed the leader. She like, I didn't even really have a problem with you doing what you did, but since you being sassy now I gotta disrespect you. You're not that attractive. You look like a Ninja Turtle. Now the shame, insult, and guilt start flowing in, all because he told the ladies like, all right, this feeling is mutual. You don't find me attractive, I don't find you attractive. Even if he's lying, that's his right to do that. Now, but I started this segment by saying, was he wrong? Was he sassy? Was he disrespectful? And no matter what you think out of those three things, should them bitches got on the phone and call his job 500 fucking times to get that man fired? That's crazy, crazy. Like, you're not even calling the motherfucking your local councilman, you know what I mean? Your motherfucking, like the mayor, the governor, for whatever issues you may have. You're not even calling H&R like that. You don't even call 311 like that. For y'all to call this man's job 500 fucking times, that is wild crazy. And if you rock with the channel, often I say, when you put the beat on, I'm not shocked and I'm not amazed. When I seen that shit 500 times, I sat back and said, damn, they want a nigga to make 100,000, 200,000, like, not 1,000, not a 200,000, not like LeBron James. This man, plumbers make good money. You know what I mean? Depending on what company you are, if you got your own, contracting or whatever, they make good money. Because it's a shitty job, you know what I mean? A nigga don't want to be bringing up old shit like a plunger. That's a fad reference. Why you call that man a job? Because he says you had hair on your arms? Because he said you did me a favor and, the feeling is mutual? Whoa, I'm talking about men can't take rejection? Some of you women can't take it either. We see you get violent and aggressive. You try to hit a nigga, take a nigga phone or run behind him and I'm going to get my boyfriend or my brothers to whip your ass, etc., etc. And it's like, now I'll say this. For me, I went back and forth and all that. Like, one, not really going to win with a woman, going back and forth for a lot of reasons. That might sound misogynist or it's like some man shit, but just me personally, my own personal experience, and just, you're not going to win. So I'd rather just walk away when you calm down, especially if you're in a relationship with a woman. Like, listen, for you to be going back and forth with a woman, your woman, whether you wrong or she wrong, especially if she wrong, she ain't going to take accountability. Just take it on the hop, keep it moving, come back, emotions and tempers are more even kill. Now you can probably have a conversation, but I'm not going to be going back and forth with no women, especially women I don't know. You don't even deserve that energy from me. So once I see it's a disagreement, we don't see eye to eye, okay, cool, then on to the next. So I wouldn't have been like, oh yeah, you got mad hair on your arms and all that, or you ain't my type either. So I probably wouldn't have did that. But other than that, I really don't see what he did that was so egregious to where these bitches got on the phone and called that man's job 500 times and got him fired. And I wonder what they said, because the video was clearly there when they say, he mistreated women or he was being aggressive or, I don't really know. And I didn't watch the whole video. I only watched those clips that I showed y'all. But it's like, damn, we doxing people? Then in the comments, it's mad wow, and I'm going to just end it with that. Same thing with the Tia, Rick Ross' baby moms. Queen Jamila, what's the word, right? Too many women happy and saying, loose shit in the comments. You happy this person, you know, like you happy bad shit is happening to people. And I feel like this, like, pardon me, it is hot in my room. I got the 2 fans, I got to put that AC up in the window, which I didn't do yet, so pardon me. I feel like if something didn't happen to you or your loved one, I'm talking about like bad shit, by an individual, for instance, say your sister got her today, right? Like, as the men in your family, the women in your family, I understand you want that person killed. You want his mom's done dirty. You want her to get raped. Some people, right? Like, they take it to the extreme. You want him to go to jail forever. You want him to get raped in jail. You want people to stick knives in his anus. Like, you want him set on fire. I get it. Because that happened to you personally, and it happened to your family. So anybody in that, you know what I mean, in that category, yeah, you want fucking justice. And you want street justice, and you want it in the worst way. So I totally understand. I'm not holding that against you if that's how you feel, right? Because it happened to you. People that it didn't happen to, I can understand you being mad. Take that nigga off the street. Make sure he don't do it to another person, etc. But now again, when you start reading the comments, not for this, but I'm speaking about something else. I spoke about it in my last live last weekend, last Friday. Fuck him in the ass. His sister should get the same thing. Like the dude that stabbed that girl in Brooklyn, the twins. Some people in the comments were saying his family should get it. They don't got nothing to do with it. He's the culprit. He's the guy that did the crime. He got caught. He's gonna do time. Probably gonna get life, right? At least 25. That's the law. You break the law, you get caught, you go to jail, you do your time. You shouldn't have to go to jail, and then I'm not gonna go into the whole thing I said last week where the police is doing shit they don't supposed to do, because people are happy for that. Like, yeah, fuck them niggas in jail, fuck them, they criminals. No, they're criminals. Some of your family members is criminals. I did time a few times, and that still don't mean I should get beat up by the police just because they feel like it. That still don't mean I shouldn't be able to take a shower 3 times a week, because that's what the rules say. The rules say I should take a shower 3 times a week if I want. You shouldn't say, no, you don't get a shower today. You get it on the next shower day. Who the fuck is you? You just an officer that work here. You don't get to come to jail, to the prison, and dictate what's going on here just because you feel like it. And so you had a lot of women in the comments like, yeah, he'll find another job. Fuck that nigga. He's sassy. He's zesty. How was he zesty? He actually, the first thing out his mouth was a woman that's not promiscuous. What's wrong with that? A woman that's clean and got something going for herself. Admirable things. Nothing wrong with that. He ain't say you can't be a baby mama or none of that. These bitches got that man fired, and people be real happy. So I'll end with this. Transformation Tuesday. What you working on, how you working, and is it working for you? Let's get some self-love, and let's get the misery out. Let's get the bitterness out. Like, a lot of people be online projecting, because online you happy, your posters, you dancing, you living your best life, and you a trophy in the real life. But once social media go off, and this is not false, I don't want to put no big blanket over everybody. A lot of people are sad. A lot of people are miserable. A lot of people are not spiritually rich. They dead spiritually. They don't have no relationship with God. So everything is fuck everybody. And that's why you hear a lot of no new friends. That vibe and fuck everybody. I don't need everybody. I'm self-made. I get it out the mud for Dolo. There's no community. There's no family, because everybody is on some fucking nigga shit. And they want the worst to happen to people. And we got to get off that wave. Let's get to this next topic, though. Let's get to this next shit. Got like 4 more topics and we out here. We're going to try to go rapid fire. How long we been on here? A little 51 minutes. We about to get out of here soon. Let's talk about this shit, right? Let's talk about Terrell Lewis, NFL player. Video of him spinning in the clip. Crazy. Shit crazy. Running out the room. Chick running butt naked behind him. And I believe the chick name is Mia Mercy, right? She's a fans only. Let me go to the video. This shit was wild. and brothers got to do better. Brothers, when you work to be the best around and you work to get to the top of your profession, or you get in that elite company of the NFL, the NBA, you know, you're an actor now, you know, A1 actor or whatever it is, a musician, you gotta not fumble the bag and do some dumb shit. Because this is crazy. Where the footage at? This nigga running around, running out the room butt naked. And what make it even worse is now that like the women want to tell all your business. Now, where the fuck is this footage at? No, I got this clip. Here you go, right here. You know what I mean? Like, so the chick Mia Mercy, again, she a fans only. I ain't knocking you. Unless you motherfucking member of fans only. And you helping pay her bills, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? All you getting is a little feet picture or watching her play with the dildo or whatever it is. I already spoke about this. Ladies, real quick, if you tuned in, is it cheating if your man is subscribed to one of these fans only? Not going to pay like he paying for live action. Talking about just like a subscription, like cable. Like the NFL Network. They just, you know, subscribing to these bitches, like your bitch. And they just want to see a little chick play with the rabbit, play with the little butterfly, see you fuck some rando niggas. Now, I mean, it's like porn. So it's like you paying for porn, but except these people are like real people. I mean, well, porn people are real too, but it's the porn industry, and then it's regular bitches just, you know, putting it all on the internet. And it's all for sale, right? Like the 50 Cent. Is that cheating? How do you view that? Nigga paying, you know, hello, hi, what's the word? Light skin ass. Is it cheating if your man is subscribed to one of these fans only? I just want to know, right? But anyway, here go the clip of this dude, NFL player. Got caught slipping. We live on Instagram and YouTube. Crazy.
Oh my God.
And it's just a real clip that's spinning, keeps spinning. You know, one, it's embarrassing because, again, you know, once these women exploit you or expose you, rather, they tell all your business, and whether it's true or not, public is going to have an opinion about it. So in this chick right here, she like, you know, he like it in the butthole, putting fingers in his butt and all that. You know, that's his fetish, right? And I guess he was a client for a little while, and whatever happened this particular time, he didn't want to pay her, right? So this particular, out of all the times he was a client of yours, this one particular time, he didn't want to pay you, so he choked you out. He threw you to the ground, right? This is, do you notice a pattern? He put hands on you, put feet on you. He choked you out, even though you like being choked. Some of y'all, right? Some of y'all like that shit. He kicked you to the ground, and then he ran out the room and tried to get away. Although he was a client of yours, he's famous. You know who he is. He can't get away. You got video. I'm not, like, I got to hear his side. I didn't hear it yet. But when you see, you know, after shit go bad, or shit go left, I should say, now all of a sudden he like it in the butthole. And, you know, I'm only bringing that up because this is what she brought up. It's not like I want to get on here, talk about a man getting the salad tossed and all. That's his business. If that's what he want to do, you know what I mean? That's what he want to do. Fine. That's your fetish. Get off, my nigga. If that's what you want to do, that's not my cup of tea, but okay. The thing is, she telling everybody now. The thing is, everybody gets to hear what you do in bed, how you like it in bed, you know, your secrets, so you will. And it's only being exposed because it's supposed to be embarrassing. It's supposed to put you down. But like I said in the last segment, with a lot of these ladies, you cool with the LGBTQAABC, like, you cool with all that. And I'm being funny, but I'm not, because I don't rock with it, but I'm not going to disrespect you. You can live your life how you want. And like Kanye, like live your life the way you want to live, right? Cool. But I don't got to champion you. But my thing is, they will. They have makeup artists, hair people in their family. You know what I mean? Go both ways. As soon as it's a disagreement with a man, soon as you want to expose, the nigga's gay. Nigga like fingers in his butt. You know, what was the other chick? She came out, she later on said she was lying about Kanye, Amber Rose, right? Said, you know, he liked it, butt play or whatever. Come to find out she was fucking lying. You're fucking lying. But the damage is done. Because as a straight man, we don't want to be associated with that. You know what I mean? Like, that's like one of the worst. It's a slander of character. But I'll end with this because at least this topic, we got like 2-3 more topics, then we out of here. Brothers that make it to be in these fraternities, you make it to get a couple dollars. As I play and say on the channel, you the best around. And nothing's ever gonna keep you like you the best around. You gotta watch the situations and positions that you put yourself in. Okay, I get it, you trying to be discreet. So it's a fans only, it's somebody allegedly, you paying for a play, you paying, she supposed to keep her mouth closed. Y'all go about y'all transaction and y'all business. And everybody's happy. I see you once a month. I fly you out when we playing in your town or whatever the case. We book an appointment. And that's that. You go about your way. You don't call me. I don't call you. We link up when it's time to link up. You gotta vet a little. You gotta vet more intense. You gotta put more scrutiny on these fans only. These different women. Have your man, and then you hear about certain people that it never happened to for whatever reason. Like maybe they got a better vetting process. You know, maybe they just more cautious. Maybe they move in a certain type of way. And Hov said, teach you how to move in a room full of vultures, bro. He can't come back from this. But now your business again is all over the street. Whether true or false, you got to deal with it. We ain't hear about, you've been hearing about Will Smith. He just came out with Martin Lawrence blockbuster movie over 100 million or whatever, right? Hear about the shit about Dwayne Martin clapping his cheeks. No, none of us didn't see the tape. We got people saying shit, but you didn't see it. I didn't see it. He ain't come out and say it was, so it's just rumors at this point. It's just speculation. It's just shit that's out there in the internet for us to consume and chatty patty about, but you didn't see it. And you know, when I was coming through prison, I quote this a lot because you could get killed in prison. You can go in there with a 2 to 3 or 1.5 to 4.5 like on my first bid, and then get 8 years like somebody I made. He came in with 1.5, 4.5, got it on with somebody, cut him up or whatever, end up doing 9 years. In fact, I met him on my second time, brother from Love out of Queens, doing 9 straight, caught a case in prison. So you can go to prison with little time and then get more time. You also can get killed. And one of the quickest ways to get killed is to say somebody ratted, told, snitched, without no paperwork. There's money right here, but without no paperwork. You said I did what? Fuck is the paperwork at? Co-defendant said what? Where's the paperwork at? Where's the documents that saying that I told on somebody? Oh, bring a knife to the yard, because I'm going to kill you. Putting dirt on my fucking name. People take that extremely serious. Another thing people take extremely serious in the penitentiary. And it may not be that way now. I haven't been, I've been out for a while now. All praises due. It's the gay accusations. Saying somebody is a mook or a lizard or they fucking with boys or they fucking with the homosexuals. You put that on a guy and you ain't see a nigga going in the back door. You ain't see him giving head or sneaking out the cell, and you creditable with your name and your rep, because integrity matters. A lot of times people just be online saying anything, but is your integrity intact? Is your word believable? Or you just online saying outlandish shit? If your integrity is not intact and your word is not something that people hold up here, and you talking about somebody is gay, or you seen some wild shit, that's another reason you might get killed in prison or stabbed up, cut up. You're going to have to sign in the PC, because niggas don't play about that. And no straight man want that on their jacket if it's not true. You know what I mean? And so, I just find it funny that the ladies always go to that. He wanted fingers in his butt. He wanted this. You know what I mean? Like, y'all, that shit y'all go to. You know what I mean? Y'all stay running that shit. But let's get to this other shit. We got like 2 more topics and we out of here. We been on this shit live. We on YouTube live and we on Instagram live. Appreciate everybody tuning in, right? Let's get to Cameron from It Is What It Is. Talking about Hov, right? Where this shit at? And this is what he had to say about Hov. Obviously, how the whole Hov topic came about. I think he just was in Boston. Shout out to them. They won the championship. Mr. Rooney, what's the word? What Cam had to say? Where is that shit at? I think I got the clip right here for y'all. Thought I had it. I think I got it though. Oh, I don't got it. Anyway, Cam said, first of all, Hov just did, he did the Tom Brady shit. They just retired his jersey. Boston, they've been winning all fucking week, right? And just so we clear, before the playoffs started, we had Boston and Dallas winning, getting to the finals, and then we had Boston winning it all. Yeah, kid, we had Boston, even though I did switch my pick after Dallas beat Minnesota, and I ended up losing money on the series. I lost 500 on Dallas. Anyway, Boston been winning. They retired Tom Brady jersey. Now Hov came out and he did, you know what I mean? Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Hov, H to the O-V. Whole bunch of white motherfuckers, you know, uppity, what looks to appear to be uppity motherfuckers. And Antonio Brown came out from Pittsburgh Steelers, Tom Brady, Tampa Bay Bucks and all that. And he was like, you know, Hov ain't have time for the 50th anniversary and he got time to, you know, go perform in front of these white motherfuckers who don't even know the words to the lyrics he was singing. He pretty much just was on stage. People was talking, you know, drinking, you know, champagne, eating caviar probably. It wasn't even, some people wasn't even paying attention to him. Right? Now I get it. He knows Robert Kraft, the owner. He knows Tom Brady. They both considered the GOATs. So something like, nah, he did that for Tom. You know, Tom asked him to come through. It ain't nothing. It's a little dap it up. I'll come through, perform a little song for you. You don't even got to pay me, right? So let's say you didn't get paid. So Antonio Brown, like, nigga don't really show up to no podcasts, no platform, not even Drink Champs or any other, you know, iconic, you know, hip hop platform, right? He don't do no shows. So Kim on the It Is What It Is podcast, him and Mace, he like you know, Hov is really more about the money, and obviously he know Hov, you know, more than we do. He know Hov personally. They had their little spat hip hop beef and shit. He was like, he think Hov, you know, not saying he don't love hip hop, but he kind of like it. And then he quoted an example to that. He gave Nas. He like Nas love hip hop. He did the 50th concert at the at Yankee Stadium. He from Queens. He could have did it at Shea Stadium. He could have did it in a plethora of other places, but he did it in Bronx because Bronx is the home and birthplace of hip hop. Seen Slick Rick. He was like a kid. Well, this is how Cam was describing it. Like, I guess it was his first time meeting Slick Rick. So he was real happy and giddy and shit. And Cam was like, this nigga was like a kid in a candy store paying homage, as he should, to one of the legends of the game, whereas Hov is more about his money. So I said, damn, you know, Hov been in the business for a long time. I kind of see what he talking about, and I may lean towards that. Not to say he don't love it. Obviously, you're doing something for a long time, even though it's paying you, and you are one of the best. I got Hov as number 2. I got Nas as 1 on the top 5, dead or alive. That's just off 1 LP, right? So I just thought that was interesting that it was his take, and a lot of people was like, you know, Hov don't really show up. He don't really do, you know, for the hip hop community, as he be kind of saying, like, overpaying them for what they did to the Cold Crush on that H to the Izzo, you know what I mean? And just certain little things he be saying. He like, shit, the NFL gave him the, you know, the right to orchestrate all of the halftime, you know, entertainment at the Super Bowl. We don't even got a black owner in motherfucking in the NHL. You know what I mean, the NFL. Yet Hov is in control of the halftime show. So it's like, you know, you saying certain things, but you don't really show. And then, you know, some people in the comments, for right or wrong, they're like, this nigga don't owe us nothing, and he don't. You know, me on the channel, well, you don't put no celebrities or, you know, no athletes or nobody up here, so that when they do some shit you disagree with, you feel down or you feel disappointed, because you shouldn't be idolizing these people anyway. You know what I mean? 2 more topics and we out of here. Speaking of Boston Celtics and them winning the championship, they did just win the chip, and like I said, before the playoffs, we had Boston. I wish I would have just stuck with my guns and took Boston, you know what I mean, to win it all, you know what I mean, with my money and not just saying it on the channel. But like I said, after Luka took out Minnesota took out Denver, I was like, well, they gotta win, you know what I mean? And I was wrong, so I lost 500. Can they do it again? And, you know, some of the viral videos of Jason Tatum spinning is, what they gonna say now? Like, you know what I mean? Like, what they gonna say now? And for starters, and it's not a hater because I'm a Knicks fan, so, It ain't, you know what I mean? I put money on the teams that I think can win. I'm not really invested like that far as teams or players, even though I know some people like, I'm a LeBron fan, I'm a Steph Curry fan. I don't like the Lakers, I don't like Golden State, but I fuck with LeBron. I fuck with Curry, I like this player. And I get it. It is what it is. That's how people rock with their sports, right? I ain't on it like that. If it's about money, making money, and if I can win, then that's cool. Other than that, I'm a New York Giant fan. I'm a Knicks fan. I fuck with all the New York teams. I don't bet on all of them, but that's as far as it. I'm not like overzealous with the teams, right? Just for clarity. Can they win it again? They're the odds-on favorite. I think it's plus 285 that they will run it back. We haven't seen nobody running back in 6 years. Last 6 years has been different champions, and I think that's good for the league. You know, nobody really liked it when Golden State was winning all them chips, and you know, LeBron, they only won 2 out of the Miami run, even though LeBron went to the finals 10 years in a row. You know, when Mike and them was winning 6, obviously dynasties can be good because you're hoping that somebody knock them off. I don't think they're going to win back-to-back, even though if a team can do it, it probably will beat them. They got 2 young stars, and it's another thing I told y'all maybe like 2 years ago, 3 years ago. I've been told y'all Jaylen Brown was the best player on their team. So when Jason Kidd came, excuse me, when Jason Kidd come out and say he's the best player on the team, I wasn't like, you know what I mean? My ears. I always said that he got the dog in him. He got the more temperament, and Jalen, you know, Jason Tatum is more, you know, he's some light skin shit. Let's keep, you know what I mean, like some lean back shit. And I think, you know, Jalen got the more dog, like, nah, I'm gonna lock him down. Like you hear some of the stuff he was saying in the finals, and obviously, you know, that's with growth and maturity, getting to the finals, losing in Game 7 last year, you know, not making it and getting that heartbreak, and now you have full strength and you got the glow. I think they might can repeat because they got a good team, but I don't think they will because it's a lot of good teams coming up. But this is why I want to talk about Jason Tatum in this sense too. You know, he's dealing with LMA, which I didn't know. I know now. You know, like I only know what should come on the internet because I'm not like a blogger or a content creator that be like going to dive into people's lives. That's not like if it's spinning in the clip, as I like to plainly say, then I'm going to check it out. Everybody talking about it. It's on the Shade Room. It's on this site, my favorite channels. They talking about it. Oh, so now that's the trending topic. Let me put my spin on it. But I didn't know he was rocking with her, right? And I spoke about him maybe like 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago. I think I spoke about him with the draft, the NFL draft. See a lot of these players, you know, they big their moms up, rightfully so. Part of the sweating on us how I got to put that AC up. I'm bullshitting. I got to definitely put it up. A lot of the players, you know, they big their moms up, and I love you, mommy, all right? Like, we all love our moms, right? Rightfully so. But you see with the shit that be spinning, the fathers get the little, you know, we get the shun a little bit, the men get in the background, like Father's Day. Mothers get everything for Mother's Day. Fathers, you get some breakfast, you might get some sex on that day. You might get a little backdoor, you know, that's the special you get, you know what I mean? And so, come to find out, his father, you know, with the moms, they was living in St. Louis. They from St. Louis, if you don't know. Shit didn't really work out. She moved, he stayed, and he helped him get to where he's at. As far as helping him, mentoring him on the court and off the court. But he kind of still give that shoulder shrug to his pops. And even after the finals, when you see them win, seemed like he was hugging his moms for like a whole minute, 2 minutes. Like, you know what I mean? Finally realized he probably the cameras, confetti is falling and all, and I get it. You celebrate, you happy. Pops standing right there, you know what I mean? Little hug, boom, that's it. Like, you know what I mean? And he said that their relationship was a little strained. Maybe he didn't know why they broke up. You know, the dynamics. When you're a kid, you don't really know. You just know who you with as a parent. You're living with your parent. The other parent come get you sometimes. You go to their crib, you spend a weekend, you spend a month. You know what I mean? And like you said, his father did help him because his father's a coach. He coached the youth in basketball. So he gave him some of the toughness, some of the game, but he still seemed to get shunned. And I only bring that up while I bring LMA up is he already got a baby moms, right? Lil Deuce, we all know Lil Deuce, little small boy, cute, always on the court, always around. So you got one baby moms. It didn't work out for whatever reason. We don't know. I ain't diving into his business. You know what I mean? Maybe she was getting on his nerves. She ain't play a position. Maybe she said this nigga's, he gonna be that guy. I can't deal with all the women. Who know? I don't know. I'm just making that up. Now you with her, right? No marriages. Another baby coming, because she definitely pregnant. When you see her in the club, passing somebody something, they celebrating the championship, you know what I mean? And people in the comments like, yeah, so she baby mama number 2. You know what I mean? And so if it don't work out, like it didn't work out with your last baby moms, what Deuce gonna say then? You know what I mean? Like, I'm sure they called you. He at the games. He got his son all the time. Like his father had him. Like he was mentoring and helping him be a young man. We got to get off that, you know, whatever mommy said is true. I just told y'all on my last live on Friday, Blackface, what up? Shouts to y'all, Blackface. He a Boston fan. He on Instagram for y'all that's on YouTube that I can't see you popping up on my screen on Instagram. He a Boston Celtics fan. Fuck y'all though, but I had y'all winning. We already knew that. Anyway, right? Like when you a kid, you don't know all the dynamics. We don't know what's going on. We know Deuce is with the pops all the time. I'm sure they got joint custody. But now, when he get older, it's like, all right, Dad, you know, Mommy, why you leave Mommy? You Jason Tatum. Like, these are the questions that come. So when you get older, we see Kanye, like, Mom's left from Shy, moved somewhere else. He ain't find out that his father, you know, wanted to be around, etc. till he was 40. We see a lot of instances where, you know, women just, you know, say what they say, do what they gonna do, put a bad light on the father when it's not warranted. So if it's warranted, then that's fine. If it's warranted. Talking about when it's not warranted. So for the ladies, don't get in your feelings. Talking about when it's not warranted, you see a grown man to still be grown, have kids of his own, still feel some type of way about your pop. Nigga help you play ball. Nigga help you be tough. According to you. This is your words. How you shunning him or your relationship is still strained because him and your moms didn't work out. All right, he cheated, say he cheated. He still raised you, still help you be an outstanding young man, good student, good athlete, you know what I mean? But the thing now, fast forward, you got 2 baby moms now. Unless he gonna marry LMA, 2 baby moms now. So if it don't work out with both of them and you get with another chick and have kids, because you got the money, you got the means, he about to get that $300 million. He gonna be the second player on that team to get $300 million. What example are you setting? Again, I'm not saying get married, let them take half of your fucking money. We just spoke about that like the first 2 topics. So that's why marriage is going down, especially with men that got money. They're like, listen, we can work it out and be together, but I'm not putting you on no papers. So when you wake up not happy, or I get caught doing some shit I'm supposed to do, you could just take half. And you wasn't with me shooting in the gym, bitch. You wasn't with me shooting in the gym. Like, you hate had to be Kobe and that's your nigga? I'm being funny, but I'm not. So I get it. You may not want to be mad. Derek Jeter, he's the El Capi though. He had mad women, right? As far as his player status. According to the news and the blogs and the you know, all the sites and all that. He done smashed a lot of models, right? Like, mom dropping you back off, hit a U-turn, jigga, why you do that for? Thug nigga to the end, tell a friend, bitch, won't change for no paper, plus I been rich. Now he married. He waited till his career was over. And you see Kevin Garnett, married. Anything's possible. His wife gone now. Soon as he retired, gone. Anthony Mackie or whatever his name is, the black actor from Blackish, divorced. The other nigga from the Hamburger series, divorced. Like, everybody get divorced like when your career or it seems like your popularity starts to decline. Because you think you're going to go get the next young hot motherfucker. And it ain't always the case. Or if nothing else, you can live your hot girl summer life with some of their money. Coach Eric Spoelstra, Miami Heat. That's why a lot of people was happy the Miami Heat, Pat Riley and them, gave him that money after the divorce. After shit was set in stone and the ink is dry, now we give you your new contract and your new extension so that chick, you know, your ex-wife can't get half of your money. And that don't mean people, they're not going to take care of their kids. Again, for the ladies in the back, it just don't mean you don't get half of my money because you didn't help me to get here. Now, if you helped me to get here, then that's different. You should get some, not half. Because I still got to be the best producer in the world. I still got to be the best golf player in the world. I still got to be the best actor, Will Smith or Denzel, in the world. I got to get Oscars and nominated for me to get this $20 million a movie. I still got to remember the line, keep my body in shape, etc. You just was with me along for the ride. So now that it's over, you get some money. I'm going to make sure you good if you a good nigga. You was a good guy. I'm going to make sure you good because why would you not want to do that? But you don't get half. You don't get to take everything I fucking work for. Some women get more than half. Like I'm taking like Nas said, now they get more than half. They take a piece of your soul and your heart and all that. So I just found that was funny. Let's get to this last quick topic. It's real quick, and then we out of here. We've been on for 80 minutes on YouTube, and if you're still tuning in on Instagram. Speaking of the NBA, the WNBA, right? All of the motherfucking Angel Reese's and Caitlin Clark, and it seems like I've been talking about the WNBA a lot because more people are talking about it. More eyes are on it. They keep trying to push the rivalry. I think Angel Reese and Caitlin Clarkson, they just had their second game. Caitlin Clark won 2 times. So now they're going to play in Chicago, I think, Friday or Saturday. So they're going to play again. But she 0-2 in the WNBA, even though in the championship in college, Angel Reese got the bling blah. Like, your wrist bling bling, my shit bling blah. So now they, the fouls and everybody's talking, but hold up, wait, think about it. There's still reports saying that the WNBA is about to lose $50 million. Like, they behind in the Reds. So even though they got the charter flights now, all these new eyes, Stephen A., everybody talking Monica McNutt, everybody talking about the WNBA, people still not watching. People are still not Patreon in the business because the report just came out saying they're going to lose $50 million. So now NBA, here we go again. NBA got to come out their pocket because they subsidize, the WNBA that is, and put that money up. Because although they say y'all ball like the men and we want our respect, like LeBron, you want your damn respect, women are not going to the games. They're not Patreon, they're not watching the games. And I thought because of all the new popularity, I said, damn, this is the factor that nobody probably talking about. I said the WNBA views are probably up because men are probably betting on the games. Like, you know what I mean? It's probably one of the easiest sports to bet on. You just take the most talented or the most masculine team. They're going to be, butchering them bitches all over the place, and that's who's going to win. I'm being funny, but I'm not. But I am being funny. I'm like, damn, maybe people are betting on the games more, so that's why, the popularity is going up. Come to find out, that's not the case. We in the red still. So what does that say about the people that's, the game is growing, they just like the men you need to support. If y'all not supporting the business, how do you think it's going to grow? Now, me personally, if you fuck with the channel, I don't watch the WNBA. So for me, it ain't a win, it ain't a lose. I don't feel no way. I'm only talking about it because this is a new story that just came out that they losing money still. Every year they behind. Every year the NBA got to give them money, keep their lead afloat. Caitlin Clarkson, she not the golden goose that people think she is. Neither is Angel Reese. Neither is the rivalry. They keep pushing Brianna Stewart and Asia Wilson. They keep pushing that as the rival because they met in the finals and they probably got the 2 best teams. I'm not naive. I know some of the stuff going on. They keep pushing that as the rival, but it's not catching fire. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. And like nobody cares. So it's just something to think about. What they're gonna happen every year. I don't know no business that can function and operate where every year you losing money. Every single year you're not profitable. You're losing. And they seem like they losing. To quote Rick Ross, before we get out of here, you niggas losing. Look like you can use us. But you know what it is. It's your guy, Popovich. Y'all was just tuned in to my show, Popovich TV. We live, we rolling, we unscripted, we authentic. That feeling back up in here one more again. Yeah, kid.